Alright guys, welcome to the next video. Today we're going to have a quick chat about what to do when you turn up to the game and also some timings. For a lot of you guys, this is going to probably be your first Valor or maybe even your first large organized event. So we're going to have a quick chat about what to do and what to expect on the morning of. So we're going to be starting our chronographing from 8 AM on the day. So basically what's going to happen is as soon as you get to the field and you're parked, don't bother setting up your gear. Get the chronographing and the check-in stuff done first to help us with the admin side of things. So as soon as you park, grab the weapons that you are going to be chronographing. We ask that you do a maximum of 2 just to get started so we can get more people through a lot quicker. Bring it up with an empty magazine and bring up a battery ready to go. You're basically going to have a corralling system on the site. It's going to be red tape. Get in the queue. You'll be directed to go towards one of the chrono stations. We've got extra chronos this year to get you through super quick. You'll be chronographed with 0.3 gram BBs, and you are going to be looking at 1.64 joules for all weapons, unless you have a bolt action spring power rifle, which is 2.28 joules. As I mentioned, we'll be providing the BBs for the 0.3, so just bring an empty mag and your gun ready to go. Once you're chronographed, you will be instructed to go to the left. If you have chronographed successfully, you'll be given your wristband. Once you have your wristband, you can go over to the Station 2, which is going to be your digital check-in. Basically, what you're going to have is when you buy your tickets on your phone, you're going to have a digital check-in with a QR code. You bring us that QR code, we scan you in, you get your player bag, you are good to go. Once you have your player bag, go back to your vehicles, get yourself sorted out, load your magazines, do all the admin you need to do. But please, again, I'm going to reiterate, as soon as you get on site, bring yourself to chronograph first and get checked in. Help us get you through quicker. We only have 2 hours to get potentially 250 to 300 people through the station. Once that is good to go, we are going to be doing the briefing around 10 o'clock. The briefing is just a quick going over the rules, making sure that we don't have any questions, or if anybody's missed something they don't understand. That'll be done at 10. After that, we'll deploy to stations, deploy to your spots on the field, and then we'll do a game on for roughly 11. We're going to do about 6 to 7 hours of gameplay this year. We've got enough missions to run people through. Lunch is provided by our neighbors here at the store called Bully. They'll have a food truck on site from, they're going to be there from 11 to 3:15 p.m. So we've got just over 4 hours for everyone to eat. Please don't all evacuate the field as soon as the game starts to eat. Go in groups, organize it amongst yourselves so you're not leaving your team short of players. We won't be stopping for lunch. This is a continuous game, so it's up to yourselves to go off, grab food, and come back. Roughly around 1700, 5 o'clock, we're going to be doing End X, which is the end of the game. After that, we're going to be bringing everyone back to the spawn area for a debriefing, and then we will do prize draws. People usually ask me this every year, but there will be, again, on-site camping the night before, which will be the 16th. Please check with any fire bans or restrictions if you want to set up a small campfire. I believe there is probably going to be a couple of fire barrels on site, so you guys can start that. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. So we're going to take a quick look at the map for this year's Operation Valour. Please excuse the rough nature of this. This is my notes map that we're using for this. The version that players are going to get is going to be a lot more polished and have actual proper annotations on it. So for the purpose of this video, please ignore the USEC and the bear markings. These are from last year's game. Every player map is going to have the same coordinates though, because much like in the Division, where if you're fighting in, say, New York City, people would have they'd have an idea of what the city is and all of the layouts and such. They'd be working from a standard map. We're doing the same thing. Everyone gets the same map with the same coordinates down the edge. So again, with that combined with the radio comms thing, where you have to think about that comms are not secure, you need to use these coordinates in such a way that you can't transmit to the enemy team. So this is the map. Those of you who came out to Tour last year would have already seen this, but for those of you who are new, this is the play area outlined in red. This goes around the outside of the map. Everything in here is in bounds, with the exception of this area here. Just take this off. This area here marked in red is a small RC track that is groomed and looked after by the field owners, so that is a no play area. Please do not go into this bit. It will be cordoned off, but that's just a heads up for you. You can see over here, this is the road that you guys are going to come in from when you come in from the main road. Parking and camping is pretty much this entire area, plus a little bit at the back here as well. down here, this will be where the food truck is going to be, just in this piece. The briefing will be from this small hill, and chronographing is going to be down here. So as I mentioned earlier in the video, when you turn up and you've got yourself parked, get yourself down to the chrono station, get this part done first, and then go and check in. There'll be a check-in booth over here as well once you've done the chronographing. All players will enter through the main bridge, which crosses the river here. And then there are going to be 3 main spawns for the main participants of the game. So the hyenas are going to be up in... hunters, pardon me. Hunters will be in this top corner up here. Division agents will be down here in this bottom corner. And the hyenas will be over in this corner. The 4th team, which is our outcasts, will be spawning in the center of the map, right down here by the lake and the river. But as I mentioned before, the outcast team is a more advanced play style, so this is limited numbers, and they will have other spawn points throughout the game, which we'll outline later to those guys. But as far as the 3 main teams, your main spawns are going to be it. You are not able to spawn anywhere else in the game, and therefore, as I mentioned in the first video, medics are super important. So if you're coming here, for example, if the hyenas have a mission to go across the other side of the map over here, I would take a medic with you, because he is going to be able to keep your team operating a lot longer than if you didn't have one. So that's basically it. That is going to be the map as it is. As you can see, there is a river running through the center of the map here, and it comes down from this lake. Last year we had quite a dry season out at the field, so there wasn't a lot of water in the lake, so it was actually rescinded pretty almost back to here. This year with the rain we're having, this should be filled back up. It should be back to this outline here as we're expecting it. So that being said, this area through here that was dry last year will likely be marshy this year. I will attempt to put these crossing spawns back in, so there may be fallen trees or something to get across the river here, but if you've got good boots you can traverse this, no issues. And then back here again will be super swampy, probably a little bit of flooding down the bottom here. That's just the nature of the site, the way the water sits. So as I mentioned before, good boots are going to be super key this year again for traversing the site. If you have any questions about this, please do let me know down below. As I mentioned, all players will have a copy of this map as part of your player kit, so you'll get issued this once you're done with the chrono and you check in. You'll have this on your person so you guys can plan what you're up to. And yeah, that's it for this video. The next one will be next Thursday, where we'll talk about the next series of things, which will be some rules for the game. And yeah, anything drop down below, I'll get back to you as soon as I can.